Hi, it's way too early for me to be making a video. I've had the week from hell, like, in the hospital for a few days, so that's good. If it's really, really loud, I'm having renos done, so I apologize if you can hear that right now. I wanted to talk about the Xbox One reveal, kind of my thoughts on the whole thing. I was a huge PlayStation girl all of my life. I did play the original Xbox, but the only kind of games that drew me in was like I liked Halo, the original one, and I really liked the original Fable. Other than that, I didn't have anything that I wanted because I was very much an RPG girl. So then I wanted a PS3, but honestly, it didn't seem like there was enough reason to pay the $600. So I went with the Xbox after like 2 years after the release or something, the 360. So I really, really like it. For me, the controller is perfect. It's very easy to use, even though I have tiny baby hands. And I like everything about it. The only problem that I ever had was Microsoft points seemed like a big scam, so I'm glad to hear that they're getting rid of that. But otherwise, I've become an Xbox girl kind of a little bit, and so now I'm kind of disappointed about the Xbox One reveal because it seems like they're not maybe focusing on gaming so much as they're focusing on, um, you know, making it into this entertainment system for the whole family, and where you plug in the cable from your like TV cable fanciness into your Xbox, and then you can say to the Kinect, like, go to HBO, and it will go to HBO or whatever. I think that that's very weird, and I can see how that would be interesting or like perhaps neat at like just looking at it first. But what if you have someone else in the room and they're constantly like calling to change channels? Like, what if you have a bunch of kids and they're like screaming at the TV? Or like if you make hand movements, will it always recognize your hand movements? Because it seems like you have to have the Kinect on like most of the time. So what happens there? And then there's some back and forth about the online, like always online thing. They're saying you don't always have to be online for most things, but you will have to sign in every day. Especially because of this Kinect thing, because we want to move forward with our tech so much that we're going to have to, basically use the Kinect every day. And, what does that say for people that don't use Kinect? Like, I don't have a Kinect, especially because of the, like, 6 foot of room rule. What if you just don't have that space? So I've heard that the camera's gotten better, the sensors are better, and that it works correctly, which is good, but not so much having the opportunity to use it or not, like just as a choice is the problem. That's kind of the thing that scares me, and also that they seem to be focusing more on taking over your living room than making a good game system. I have to say that, for the most part, even though it seems like the things that are moving forward that are ahead of its time are more interesting and advanced, but when it comes to a game system, you pretty much have to stick with what you know. Like, they could have just released the next generation of Xbox with better graphics, exponentially better graphics, and they could have fixed up a few things here or there and just kind of worked on the stuff that needed working on and left it, and it would have been the perfect machine. But now it seems like because they're so pressured, because they have to prove that they're ahead of the gate and that they're coming out with this high-tech stuff, and it's getting out of hand. I feel like we're kind of losing like the reasons that I play games. When I turn on my Xbox, I turn it on to play a game, and that's it. I don't really do anything else, like maybe Netflix. But for me, there's not a lot of benefit to it, and then I don't really like the way that it looks. The design's a little bit weird, although I'm grateful that it is kind of square, because I know there was a problem with the PS3 where it was like rounded at the top. You couldn't set anything on it, so that's nice. It looks a little bit big and bulky, and I don't know, just not very sleek, but it's neither here nor there, I suppose. That's the least of its problems. I just wish that they would have focused more on people that want to play games, because that's what people have game systems for, rather than focusing on, like, Netflix and going back and forth between screens, like going to a TV station and switching back to your game and switching to a movie. Like, for me, I can do those things on my laptop. I can tab in and out, and it's really easy and really fast, but that's different than doing it on your TV. Like, I can't think of a time where I would be watching a television show and I would have to change back and forth, back and forth. Like, I'm not that all over the place that will be something for me. So I know it might be for other people, and it is exciting just seeing new technology come alive and what we're capable of doing. But at the moment, even though Sony's showcase wasn't very good, I think what it comes down to now for whether or not I buy an Xbox or a PS4 is really E3, because they haven't released that much information. They're not answering a lot of questions just yet. So I think when the price points are laid out, when we get more information about everything, then it will be easier to make a decision. But as of right now, I am leaning more towards PS4, just because it seems like they showed more games at their showcase, and they just seem to have a better grasp on the whole thing. I have wanted to go back to PlayStation, but I was happy with my Xbox, so it does kind of break my heart. Hopefully all the questions that we have and all the concerns will be addressed at E3. Otherwise, I don't know. I don't want to not stick with Microsoft, but it seems like it's inevitable. So just wanted to share my thoughts on that, and so let me know what you thought. Would you, for right now, with the information that we have, would you be going for a PS4, or do you think that the Xbox One sounds good? Just want to hear your opinions. Let me know down below, and like, comment, share, subscribe, whatever you want. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.